All right, in this video, I'm going to go over virtual staging ideas and different ways we can accomplish virtual staging and virtual videos. So in this blog, which is entitled 7 Ways to Virtually Stage Transforming the Nashville Housing Market. So this is a blog on Real Estate Photographer Pro. You can go to the bottom of Real Estate Photographer Pro, click on our blogs, and then search for this title. But I'll also share this link in the video. So this is a blog, but more importantly, it has a catalog summary of the virtual staging choices we have on catalog. It's not everything, but it's a good summary to show you what our virtual staging capabilities are. Basically, if you can dream it up, we can virtually stage it, and it would be real furniture. In a last resort, we can take furniture photos from examples you have, recut that and put that in to a virtual staging situation. But usually we can just pull from our catalog. There's a third way to do virtual staging, and that's to use an AI system, but that is not the best way because it actually changes the actual real estate structure of the room, and then it attempts to put in virtual furniture. So there are some tools out there that some people are using where it's AI virtual staging. We are not doing that. We are using real photos to put real furniture into real rooms and not modifying the room, but modifying the furniture in the room. So this is a catalog we have on this blog. There are different examples here, living room examples. We also have commercial, like office building examples. If we need to ever do an office building, we can do that. Here kind of are some modern dinette sets and kitchen sets. We also, in our catalog, can pull, to do complementary items. So there would be the main furniture, and then there are accent pieces and art pieces we can add to complement what you're trying to do with your virtual staging. Let's see, I've got more choices down here, but basically what most people are doing, they're giving us a general description, and then we're filling that description. And we go photo by photo, filling that order so that we know, like, for example, a living room may have 4 photos, but we need to know exactly which photo you want virtually staged, or you may want all 4 photos staged. Usually, in a photo shoot, let's say you have 30 photos. You have 3 or 4 on the front, 3 or 4 coming into the living room, 3 or 4 of the kitchen, and then 3 or 4 of the primary bedroom. And then usually what most people are doing, they're picking 1 to 2 photos of each major room to stage. We also can do virtual staging landscaping. So if you're needing to do landscaping, here's our patio furniture. We can do patio furniture, but so if we need to do the outside, we can do that. I'll show you some examples of that here in just a second. Here are game rooms. We've done that on several lake houses where they had a unfinished game room in the bottom of the lake house, and we went ahead and finished that game room as a family room, workout areas, office areas. So I will make sure that this link is available. More office areas. Offices are popular right now. Here are the home offices is what I wanted to say. But if you have a commercial situation, a restaurant situation, we can virtually stage that. Not a problem. Here are some other examples. This is a store we did in Mount Pleasant several years ago. It was empty like this, and we virtually staged it to look like a ladies' clothing store because that's what it was. But then it was closed down, remodeled, and the landlord was marketing the property as future opportunity for some sort of clothing store, which they eventually got. So here is a home in Tellahoma, empty room. And then there it is, virtually staged. Empty room, virtually staged. Family room, virtually staged. Kitchen area virtually staged. And then we've got, this is the outside. This was a home that was, this is a home, this one here on the right. This one here was shot in November. The grass was completely brown. Trees were brown, and they were going into the Christmas season with, brown, dull photos. So we did sky replacement, we did grass replacement, and then we cleaned up the landscaping to give it that spring nook. You can see we cleaned up the driveway, greened the grass, put in the and these are the actual the greenery you see on this tree is the style of this tree. So this tree, it looks realistic. Had I not said this was virtually staged, you probably wouldn't have known it. So it's here's the back of a house virtually staged, the patio area, the fire pit. Here's a game room virtually staged. So these are, everything you're looking at here are virtually staged. All right. This is virtually cleaned up. This is a restaurant, and it's got sky replacement and then highly, highly edited on the front to clean it up to give it a good marketing look. Lakehouse virtually staged. This is the bottom of a Lakehouse virtually staged. This is an example. This one had a foggy window. It needed to be replaced, but the house was going on the market, and the window looks at Tim's Ford Lake. So we virtually replaced that window so that there's no foggy window. It was in the process of being replaced, but you could barely see out this window when the photo was taken. All right, let's go to a virtually staged walkthrough video. So we can now scan a home, then it will virtually stage the home and virtually create a video. So this was an empty home that had just been painted. It was a brand new home, but it had just been painted. So that's where it was in the process. And there were still painter supplies everywhere and blue tape everywhere. So we scanned the home, created a 3D rendering, and then we turned that into a animated computer generated video. And then we have virtually staged at the same time. So the floor plan is accurate. The fixtures are accurate, the floor, the cabinets, but then the furniture is virtually placed in there to give you a realistic walkthrough of what this home could look like when you come in and stage it and move into it. So it's showing the potential of a brand new empty home. Now with this 3D animated video, we can only do the inside because it's a digital scan, but what you're getting with the 3D animated video is a floor plan with fixtures, a floor plan with fixtures and measurements, and a 3D video. And then just as an experiment, I pulled photos off of the video, and it created some pretty decent photos. So now we have a virtually staged home, 3D animated video, and then we can pull photos off of that video. I want to point out they are not the best photos. They are usable photos. You can see where there's some blur on here because we're pulling the photo off of the video file. But they're passable for marketing purposes, and if these technically should say virtually staged, but it gives you an idea because this home is completely empty, basically a gray-white rooms. It's a new neighborhood that was being built, but this is some of the capabilities we have with virtual staging videos and virtual staging rooms. All right, let us know if you have any questions. The website is realestatephotographerpro.com. And on that website, you can go right here, schedule a creative call with us, or you can just go right in here and start booking shoots, or give us a call, email, or text. All right, thank you very much.